that I might have missed.
J-Star asked you to put a wig and a hat on, and then Crafty came in and said, hat me, so you should really have 2 hats on.
There we go. two hats. Johnny 2 hats. There we go. So this evening, I'm going to be building some Space Marine Primaris Repulsor Executioner.
I think we should see how high you can get the hats before they fall off.
Oh, they're going to fall off anytime now. So I'm going to be building this huge Space Marine tank. And I've had this for ages. This is the old box art for the previous edition when these things first came out. They've now got nice spanky new boxes, but I've had this one in my box of shame, Space Marine box of shame, for quite some time. Honest governor.
So why are you doing it?
And I'm building it because this Thursday I am loaning my Space Marine army to a new 40k player, and the person that he's going up against has been using the new Eldar avatar, which is particularly filthy in game, and we needed something a little bit spicier to combat it. And this thing's got loads of guns and hopefully should stand a chance of gunning it down pretty early on in the game, so it just doesn't dominate the entire battlefield. So hopefully stand a little bit of a chance, because when you're a new player and you just get smashed every time, it's not a massive amount of fun. So we shall see if this will give us a little bit of an edge. I say us because, you know, I might have to give some tactical insight. If such a thing is possible from somebody who's only played the game several times themselves. But we shall see. Yeah, look, I've put glue on that bit, and that's not actually very helpful, is it? Where's that bit supposed to go? It's because it's the wrong way around.
Wiki D says, ooh, that's definitely a look there, Nathan. And Tony says, I know, right? He'd be irresistible inbred with that kind of style. J-Star says, looks like one of those coffin seats. We were discussing today, I saw a post where office chairs, they were office chairs and had wheels on and stuff. But then the back and the seat was a coffin. It was just funny. And I said to Wiki D that we should have one. Yeah, the regulars of the King's Arms would be swooning all over him. They already swoon all over him without this dashing look that he's got going on now.
What are you talking about? I don't think that they'd recognise me if they even saw me in the street, my darling. Right, let's get rid of some flash off there. We need parts number 73 and 75. Next. Let's have a look.
I don't know. One of the regulars of the King's Arms was shoving £5 notes into my hand on Saturday night while we were out, which was very strange.
What was that all about?
And I was like, don't want your money, thank you, that's really scary. It turned out, because I mean, he wasn't talking, so it made it even more creepy that he was just trying to push this money into my hand. But it turned out that we went to school with him, me and my friend went to school with him. So I know who he was, but he didn't remember me. And he was trying to give me money to buy my friend a drink for his birthday. Why he couldn't just give it to him, who was stood right in front of him, I've got no idea at all. But he was trying to give him money and say, like, get a drink on me. But he wasn't talking, and he was just going, ooh, ooh, with a £5 note. It was really weird. Wiki D says that they all sing those karaoke songs just for you.
It's not been on today.
Uh-oh, why not? What's going on at the King's Arms if they haven't had karaoke on? They start at 11 o'clock on a Monday morning and they don't stop. I have a question for you all. I have turned my microphone around to a different angle. Is it still all echoey when we have both mics on? So Nathan will talk, won't you?
I will. One of my hats has fallen off. I could probably take them both off, and the wig, and not have a melty head, couldn't I?
Oh, you've only had them on 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So is it better, or is it still just as echoey as normal?
Which way around do these go? Ooh, that was a bit weird.
Asriel says, as you paint regularly, do you have a small pile of shame? No. For one, he doesn't paint regularly. He only paints on stream. And his pile of shame has been building up for 30 years, so it's massive.
It is quite large. It is quite large. I've got all sorts of stuff, and keep acquiring new stuff like WizKids minis and other things. I've got things I want to add to my pile of shame. The giant mimic that's shaped like a toilet, and the hell wasp, I think it's called, which I think is particularly cool. And there's a few other minis like monsters in the WizKids range that I would like to have a crack at painting. But I need to get some stuff finished. So building this tank is a little deviation from the stuff that I need to be getting finished. But I think it's a necessity. We're not going to be painting this anytime soon. I don't think it's going to get a blast of spray paint, and then that'll do for now.
Asriel says, wow, I've only been painting for 6 years as I started with a free Space Marine from you. Oh, that's nice. But my pile of shame is huge. Crafty says, pile of shame is the term for the Space Marine collection. Oh, and apparently my mic sounds okay, so that's
good.
I'm glad that it's not bad. Tony says, my pile of shame is shocking, and I do paint regularly, but there's 46 years of it. My pile of shame is very small. But it does include a black coach, which I'm too scared to paint. Karinoko says, I generally allow myself 15 new minis for every one that I finish. That's good. It's good to have a system.
I like it.
Tony's been a famous superstar again.
All right.
He's had his miniature showcased in the Mantic. Is it Mantic midweek roundup? Is that what they call it, Tony?
Cool.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
Crafty
awesome.
says, I have lots of shame. Can't fit it anywhere else. Is that just shame or piles of shame? Yeah, that's right. And a care package from Bad Squiddo as well. Got the colouring book and the crayons.
Oh yeah.
And a mini, I do believe. And a badge. Is it a badge? We haven't got a badge. We're not privileged with badge. But yeah, super week for Tony.
Awesome. What was I going to say?
Wiki D says, that's funny. My first ever dabble with mini painting was a freebie from MLG down at the thingy at the showground. Anybody think that we planned these things? It's like the first one's free.
Yeah.
But now look how much you're enjoying it though, you see. I can't remember its name, my mind's gone blank. Was it Ambush?
Yeah, Ambush.
Is that the one you mean, Wicked D? Did you go to Ambush, Wicked D? Even I didn't go.
You came for a visit.
Did I?
On the second one, yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
I know I definitely didn't go to the first one.
Yeah.
I was attending a small baby. Azra says, I am happy to have finished 3,500 of NIDs, but now painting... Oh, it says there's numbers. 2,000 points of Death Guard. But there are all the game minis I need to paint. You see, that's the difference. I don't play any games, whereas Nathan does. MLG, the mini painting pimps. Well, you know, maybe. The second one. Oh, you see, even I apparently went to the second one.
I can't remember. The second one. You came for a family visit with Little Miss and your parents.
Sounds about right, doesn't it? Making sure that you hadn't gone completely insane.
Yeah. I was. You arrived as I was trying to organise the painting contest.
Oh, Pando's crying, everybody.
Why?
Pando's crying because he's hungry. Oh, look at sad little Panda in the corner. Oh, John to the rescue. John to the rescue, Pando. Don't worry. John's coming with treats.
Yeah. This thing's... I don't know, there's loads of bits. It seems like there's hundreds of parts still left on the sprue, but like the basic shape's coming together quite nicely already. I don't know. I can see me getting annoyed with it in a minute actually though, because some of these bits look like they might not line up quite right.
Go on, tell us all about the tank.
So this is a Primaris Repulsor. Get bag.
I pressed the wrong microphone the first time.
You just waited until I'd started speaking again.
Pokemon in chat.
Because you know that I won't speak when you are. What was I saying? Yes, a Primaris Repulsor Executioner. This is like the heaviest Space Marine tank for the Primaris Marines. New style, heavier Space Marines. So it should be good. Should be good in the game. It's a lot of points, but it should be good. What was that?
Ooh, Grogs has gifted a sub to Azrael. Oh, that's very, very,
Thank
very
you
kind.
very
Even
much.
Panda's having a dance in the corner, having a dance over there, so happy. That's very kind.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
So yeah, I'll let you know on Monday how it performs if we get to use it in game tomorrow. But as I said, I've had this for a long time, so I haven't ever used one. Don't know how it will perform. Might just get blown away in the first turn before it gets a chance to do anything. Who knows? Who knows? Right then.
But you are only doing it to try and help out. I don't know the person's name. The person that's going to come and play on Thursday.
Yes.
Aren't you?
Yes.
I mean, and also you obviously wanted it because you've had it for like forever.
Yeah.
But you know, hopefully they'll enjoy the game a little bit more if they've got something different to play with.
I hope so.
Oh, no one caught the Pokemon.
Liberally.
Maybe whispering Pokemon in chat wasn't the right method to go. Pokemon's run away. I've scared it with me whispering AS and what's it, Midlarky. Are these things easy to put together then?
It is, or yeah, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. I would say that you don't need to be an expert modeler. They're really well designed, so they do go together nicely. It's going to have there's going to be a couple of joints where I need to apply a little more glue, I think. And I don't know if that's... I don't know if you can see there. That's going to require a little bit of pressure there at the front to make that joint close up.
Wicked D says, "It is," he said with a strained voice. I thought that as well, Wicked D. He's like, yeah, it's really easy to put together.
It's just that. It's like that bit there. Needs an extra bit of pressure applying to it to make it
Yeah,
a nice,
that's it,
neat
Tony.
joint.
They're easy if you read the instructions.
Yeah, well, I'm following the instructions.
It does on these ones, Tony. He was trying to show off on the YouTube video. That's what it was. Oh, this is for a 5-year-old. I can do it. No, you can't.
It had more bits than I thought. Had more bits than I thought it was gonna have. Gonna see if we can get both sides gluing at the same time. Let's get that. place and we can get it squeezed together. It is quite big actually, this, isn't it? Well, I knew it was big, but it's maybe a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be actually. I'm not going to... You see it's got kind of a partially detailed interior with the floor patterns and what have you, so you can model it with the doors open. I'm not going to be doing
that. Grog says... Gizmo, stop eating the cardboard box. Grog didn't say that. Grog says, is this repulsor for your own army or someone else? If it's yours, which army or subdivision?
Gizmo. It is for... I can show you. I can show you. Let's just move those Tyranids and this paperwork, whatever that is. It's for this army. It's for where is it? Here we go. It's for this army, my Space Marines. So these are my Primaris Space Marines. They are Night Lord themed Primaris guys. This is one of my lieutenants. I've modelled them all with the Reaver face masks, so they've all got they've all got Scully things, and they've got extra embellishments on their shoulders with Night Lord's symbols. This guy has a chain glaive as a close combat weapon because he's the lieutenant. So this is as far as they got painted in dark blue, Night Lord's blue. Majority of them. Where is he? Here's my librarian. He's partly done. With his Scully mask on. And what else have I got?
I put a link in the chat to the YouTube of you building the car. And Crafty said, when's the YouTube link? And it's trying to advertise hair loss treatments. What are you trying to say?
Here's one of my regular intercessors. Again, with the Scully face mask. Just a normal Primaris intercessor.
Grog says, very swanky, spiffy. Never seen those types before. And Koronoka says he doesn't have any tickle fingers.
No tickle fingers. Not for these guys. Oh, and there's one of my... So the shoulder embellishments were an additional extra that came afterwards, so that's why they're not fully painted. But this is one of my aggressors with Boltstorm gauntlets. Again, with Reaver Scully mask. There we go. What else? Do we rock anything particularly spicy? Yeah. No, it's mostly Reavers, and so we've got some squads of like incursors and infiltrators because I like the Phobos pattern armour. So that's these guys. Haven't quite finished with the paint jobs on these guys. They've been in a box for a little while. But, yeah. There we go. Show you.
So it's your army, isn't it? But you're lending it.
That's it, yeah. Because the guy wants to know whether he likes it before he starts investing money in the game. So he's coming down hopefully tomorrow evening to get a game. Yeah, should be cool. And if his opponent's going to be watching the stream, yep, this is what's going to be facing you across the battlefield. One of these tanks and all these guys. See if we can deal with your pesky Eldar.
Tony says, ooh, I've painted one of those. It's the only Space Marine that I'll ever paint, though. Paint a Space Marine off my bucket list. You still need to paint a dragon, Tony.
Have you never painted a dragon?
No, Tony's never painted a dragon.
Wow.
I'm with you on Space Marines though. I painted that one that we did. We did paint a Space Marine event or something, didn't we? Rubbish. Don't like them.
It's they're just all so similar, I guess. Nothing wrong with them really. There's a lot you can do with a Space Marine. As much as you like. Was having a discussion. Who in chat likes the new Leagues of Votan models that Games Workshop are showing off? Apologies if anybody's watching that isn't a Games Workshop fan. But yeah, what do you think to the Leagues of Votan? I'm not crazy keen on them, to be fair. I think some of the models look pretty cool. Crafty says, "Say no to edge highlighting power armor, kids." Oh, I'm supposed to stick the lights on before I stick that top plate on. Good job I spotted that bit. Yeah, I'm a dry brusher for power armor. Can't be doing with all that edge highlighting. Oh yeah. So Kuronoko says they look nice. I'm sure my nids would love them. And Crafty says squats. Yeah, I don't know. They just don't match the original squats for me. I think that possibly they should have been limited to Necromunda, but don't know. And Azrael says, "Have you seen someone has painted them all as Ninja Turtles theme?" Yeah, so someone's done a Photoshop job on them and made them all look like turtles, and they look quite amusing. Because the vehicle looks like the party bus. And Tony says, "Not enthralled with the new Space Dwarfs. Prefer my Space Dwarf." Right then, this bit goes on the top, so we're going to have to try and lather plenty of... In fact, what we'll do, because the Tamiya stuff dries just a little bit too fast, we're going to get out our Humbrol liquid poly for this piece, because this is going to be a bit trickier. Doesn't quite dry as quick, but also is a little bit thicker. And seems to be running out, so what's going on there? Sure, this was nearly full.
Tony says, "I will paint the dragon when the mood hits." That's it, Tony. Don't you listen to us. We're all just being silly. You paint what you want.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to feel pressured into anything. Where's the fun in that?
I've changed the contrast on the face camera for you, and now you look more like Holly from Red Dwarf.
Norman. Oh, I'm glad you said rather than me looking like the lady, the Hattie or something.
Oh no. The proper one. Not the lady. I'm sure the lady's lovely, but you know, originals all the way.
Why did they change him?
That's what I said. See, they gave them an op gun on the tank for the Votan.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they have. There's because they're the newest faction, aren't they? So they're bound to be a bit busted. I've not purposefully not looked at the rules and stuff for them because I know that I won't play them. Might end up playing against them, but I've not really been paying too much attention to rules and stuff. Just been looking at the models. 66 and 67 next. What have I done wrong there? There we go. Yeah, they're because they're the newest faction. They'll always get fantastical rules. Okay. Pokemon. There's some stuff that I just don't like about them, and like shirtless berserker types. Obviously, they're just troll slayers in space, but they're called something like Chthonian berserks. It's like they can't think of more vocabulary. So Chthonian is supposed to be Horus's homeworld, and from the Horus heresy. So why have they named these guys after his home planet? I don't really understand that. But like they couldn't make up or copyright any new terms. I'm not just going to go on a Slayton GW rant. But yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I just think it's a bit lame. And the vehicles don't look like proper tanks. They look like Mars rovers or something. It's weird. I can understand an 8-wheeled vehicle being usable in Necromunda or something under their new vehicle rules. Right, how does that join to that? Does that go like that? That. Hold up. That bit goes like that. And that bit joins us onto it. Like that, maybe? There we go. Right. Now we know. Kuranoko's caught a Murkrow. Don't know what a Murkrow is. I assume it's some kind of scarecrow type thingy. Tony is... Oh, so Wicked D. Ugh. I used a great ball and everything. Still didn't catch it. It's a rig. It's a rig. And Tony is painting Annie the Pack Handler from Bad Squiddo. And after that will be the Mid-Nordwarf Queen from an old and out-of-print line from the long-lost Confrontation by Rackham Miniatures. Oh, they used to make some awesome minis. Rackham. I used to really enjoy seeing their stuff when we went to like triples and Vapman Attack years gone by. Yeah, it's a real shame that they've ceased trading, I think. Wicked D says it's like a crow, Murkrow. Awesome. Yeah, it's a real shame. They used to produce some fantastic stuff. I think some of their minis have been bought, some of their range has been bought up by other companies, but
Kuranoka says it's not the same when Pete isn't here to complain about me catching the Pokemon. Ah, where is Pete? I bet he's doing like kid things. He's got lots of groups on at the moment. He was watching up from the seafront whilst waiting for one of the kids to finish one of the after-school activities yesterday.
yeah.
Tony says I have a full boxed set of the Court of the Abyss.
Cool. Cool. Oh, powering through this tank.
Wicked T says, it's a fix. Does that help? Well, you weren't here yesterday, Wicked D, and Pete's not here today, so maybe you're just taking it in turns to complain about Pokemon.
What are you doing?
Hydrate! In honour of Pete.
What are you doing, you crazy hound? Wicked D says she was here yesterday. It was Monday that she missed.
Alright.
What was I going to say? I don't know. The dog was trying to get under my desk, so there's a little gap down the side of my leg between that and the drawer tower next to me. And the dog had snuck in, got in front of my knees, and then had poked back out the other side. Like, just wanted to be close to your dad. Well, Wicked D, don't take it personally that we have got our days mixed up, because, you know, things have been a bit busy around here. It's all go, you know. Isn't it?
How are you getting on?
Oh, good. Just I'm gonna glue this door into place. So you can model it with the doors open, and you could have your guys charging out or whatever for combat. 'Cause it does have a limited transport capacity, this vehicle. However, that isn't going to be its primary function, and it doesn't have a front assault ramp like, say, the more traditional Land Raider. So I'm just going to glue all the hatches closed and not worry about the interior of the tank. I've seen some people make some really cool, extra detailed interiors for these things. There is a third-party company as well, so you may have seen, if you are a Games Workshop fan, you may have seen that they do a Impulsor. So this is a Repulsor Executioner, but they do an Impulsor, and that's been likened to a El Camino pickup, which I think's pretty cool. But then somebody's made an enclosed back for it, like you can get for pickup trucks, and I think that looks really cool. But I haven't got any Impulsors because I decided that I did have some of those in my pile of shame, and then I recycled them because I don't need that much gear. I was restrained, you see. Right then, we need 3 lots of 60 to 61. Where do you reckon they are? They're these big skiddy plates. I think that this kit shares almost all of the pieces that I'm currently building with the Repulsor, and then the only thing that makes it different... Sorry? No, well, this is a Repulsor Executioner, which has got a lot heavier turret, but the Repulsor has lighter weapons, but can transport more guys. So... Oi! What are you doing? The dog just had his entire head in the hat box. Yeah. What can you smell down the bottom? You want something in there, don't you? I'm watching you. What was I saying?
The kit's the same.
Yeah, the kit's the same, apart from one sprue that makes the turret. And then... that's the difference. So this one's got a turret that's got loads of guns on, and the other one's got a turret that's got 1 gun on. So definitely wanted to go for the heavier option. More guns, more DACA.
You have to be careful, Gizmo. Crafty says you've got to wear a hat if you keep sticking your head in there. Yeah. Would you like a hat on? Would you? Would you like a hat? Yeah.
What did you put on him the other day and he just sat and sulked?
If you... Oh, I know. Well, go see your dad and I'll put your hat on if you want.
He doesn't like me. Jumps all over me when I come home. And then, oh, you're here now. I'll leave you alone. Azrael says, so the Kill Team Octarius is the worst kits I've ever built. 1 model's parts across 3 different sprues. Oh, for the orcs and the guardsmen, yeah, is a little bit testing. But the scenery is great, and once you've built those models up, the guardsmen, I really like the guardsmen. I'm not a massive fan of the orcs. Although they are not terrible, but I much prefer the guardsmen. Hoping that when we get the guard codex later in the year, that we did get some nice shiny new guard models to go with those. Would be good. So these bits now that we need to build are all the grav plates, the little bits that go around the bottom of the tank. Oh, they're nice. They are nice. I just don't like them as much. I'm not so keen on the newer orc models. Prefer the older ones. But also, they've ruined it for me in the new orc codex by giving them all really high toughness, because everything's just got scale creep now. They should. Crafty says, I really should open that Kill Team box. Yeah, so it is a fantastic set. I was, if I wasn't building this tank this evening, I was going to be showing off the new Kill Team box. The what's it called? The new one, Into the Dark. We've had those delivered today, and we've got a store demo copy, but needed to build this tank, so. Kuronoko, I'm still swooning with gratitude from the single mini us NID players got. Yeah, we're apparently going to get a lot of new minis with the 10th edition launch next year, is what I'm seeing on various rumour sites and stuff. Whole host of new minis and some new unit types as well, allegedly. Hope it comes to pass, because that would be pretty cool.
Everybody hydrate!
I mean, it's not like we haven't got enough units really already. I'd just like some new skulls. Yeah, just some new sculpts for some older stuff would be good. Right, so then now I need, hang on, what's going on here? We need 62 and 63 times 2. Yeah, I do like the Parasite of Mortrex model. It's pretty cool. As I have built and painted one. It is here. There we go. Parasite of Mortrex for High Fleet Hydra. Yeah, some new gaunts would be cool. I think that we could get away with, if they engineer it correctly, we could get one kit that makes gaunts, termagants, and gargoyles. But I don't think that we will actually get that. If I'm honest, I don't think we might get new termagants. Don't think we'll get hormagants. But also potentially unlikely, because the start collecting box includes the things. Azrael, I would like plastic kits for Lictor, Biovore, and Pyrovore. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. But then I don't know if they sell enough Lictors to make it worth their while making it in plastic.
Ronoko says, "Get Nathan a job at GW."
Yeah, it's. I've never actually wanted to work at GW. One of my school friends went for a job interview for the heavy metal team. He was a really, really good painter. Not spoken to him for quite a while, but yeah, he went for because he was a fantastic artist anyway. He went for a job interview and had to take some of his painted minis and stuff.
Pokemon!
Ooh, Tony says, Kuronoko, if I were to paint a Tyrannid, what would you like to see me paint? Ooh, don't know. What do you think we would like Tony to paint?
I don't even know what they are.
No. Oh, that's a good fit. I wondered how it went on, but that's actually a really good fit, the way that they slot on to these square blobs. I saw a thing from Tony, I don't know if I read it out, asking if it was Gartic stream this evening for Wicked D.
No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Is it Gartic stream this evening?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Super. I think that I will still be building tank, but I shall be spectating.
Oh, you're rubbish. You never join in. I always tell him to join in Wicked D, and he's like, "Oh, but I just need to do this. I just okay."
It's because I don't get enough painting time. You get to paint loads.
I paint at the same time you paint.
No, right. I went out last night, and Mrs MLG carried on painting for a bit.
Now that's your own fault
Well, I
for
was
going.
swanning out.
For going out, isn't it? And I gave up on him at 12:30, and I went to bed because I thought, this is getting silly now. It's a school night,
Yeah.
and he's not home yet.
Dirty stop
A Carafix. There's a second-hand one in the shop right now. Wink, wink. Tony's probably got them all anyway. I think Tony's got 2 houses. Oh,
Ooh, what's that?
it's
Thank you for the follow, Underachiever DM.
We're on the lookout for DMs.
Yeah, we are.
DMs. We're on the lookout for DMs for the shop. We have more players than DMs. So if you want to DM a game in store on a Thursday and Friday night, we are looking out for new DMs to run some games for our eager players.
Yep. Your doesn't have to be D&D. Could be another RPG system of your choice. But we've got people who want to get involved, and we haven't got enough games masters.
So how are you doing, Underachiever DM? Do you paint? Do you paint? Do you play Warhammer? Tell us about you.
Unfortunately, I'm a bit out of the area. Oh no.
I think that's the main problem. With us not being in a city or anything, there's not as many peeps about.
No.
Tony says the interview for an heavy metal post is really tough. They're not a fun experience. Imagine joining the SAS, and that's the equivalent of joining the heavy metal team.
Yeah, he decided that he was going to go to art college instead of going and joining the team. He would have been possibly the youngest member of the team at the time as well.
Oh, the underachiever is from the Birmingham side of the country.
Yeah. Someone's got to be.
I don't even know if Birmingham is. Yeah. Building Salamander Army. You have to defeat the Surge in the unarmed combat to join the team. Have you still got some Salamander players? Is he still around? I only remember one in the shop.
We've got a couple of Salamander players, yeah. In fact, the other week they had a Salamanders versus Salamanders game, and it lasted for ages. Because none of their weapons could hurt them. It was a bit of a stalemate. I think it came down to victory points and stuff in the end. Dueling paintbrushes, says Kuronoko. Could be. Yeah, I think he got offered a position, but decided to go. He did fine art at college instead, and now he's studying for his doctorate in microbiology. So yeah, total career change there. A long-range gun Tyrannid would be nice. We've already got the Tyrannofex. We built a Tyrannofex with a rupture cannon the other week. And painted it. Built it on a Monday, painted it on Tuesday, Wednesday. So, and I haven't had a chance to use it in a game yet, since I built it. This kit's going together like a dream. Excuse me. We've got a new Tyrannid player at the shop, and he's very keen to get a harpy. He wants anything that drops spore mines. He's decided that that's going to be his strategy. He's going to have as many spore mines as possible. Right then, we need 62 and 61 times 8. So let's get those hacked off. A smaller, less point one would be nice, like a death mark from the Tyrannid Necron army. Cool. Also have an Exocrine. Exocrine, is that the one with the big gun on its back? I think. Underachiever DM. Next time I holiday up to Whitby, I'll make sure to swing into you guys. Yeah, have you visited us in store before? That'd be cool. Kuronoko says, I would love plastic versions of all the discontinued Forge World NIDs. Yeah, well, if we get a new... One of the things I've seen rumoured is a new Carnifex kit. If we get a new Carnifex kit, I would imagine, just guessing, that we might get the massive claws and things like that were popular with the Forge World models. Tony says, Kuronoko, Carnifex it is. When it's done, it's yours. The skin might be nasty and the slime might be played up, but it will do the carapace in your colours. I'll go the base to complement your bases, but it'll have a little bit of Tony styling to it. Azrael, the Nid heavy gun is the Exocrine. I thought it was. Yeah, that's the one that's got it's like a massive version of a Biovore, isn't it? I think. And you can also build the Toxicrine. We've got a Toxicrine painted in the cabinet. You did that, Mrs MLG.
Did I?
Yeah, you did it with the Psychotic Illusions colour shift. It's the thing with all the tentacles.
Ah, you see.
And you gave it...
I'm joining in.
You gave it glowing green brains.
Yeah. So you've done a lot of Tyrannid talk whilst building this Space Marine tank.
Yeah.
Is that just because you like Nids more?
Well, you know, love all my toys equally. But yeah, Tyranids are cool. Tyranids are cool. Space Marines are a bit vanilla, aren't they, for some people? But Tyranids are just massive bug monsters that just want to eat everything.
The Underachiever DM says, I haven't been into you guys before, but I haven't been up north for a couple of years. I'll make sure I bring some bits to trade in. 50 nids, purge the filth, filthy nids. Yeah, we have a trading form on the old web of sites. If you want to do any trading, if you fill the form in, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. If you're going to bring some stuff in, just let us know before you bring it, so we can make some
process
quotations and stuff.
Yeah, because we might give you a quote, you might go, no, no thank you, and then you've got them all the way down for no reason. The form does say that you can add a photo. It is just one small photo, and for some reason it only likes tiny photos. So if it won't let you upload your photo, just send the form without a photo, and we will get in touch with you anyway. The photo things doesn't always work because it's a silly form.
Yeah, if you can't get the photo to work, just send it, and then we will reply to you, and then you'll be able to actually attach photos to the proper email. That's how it works. Ooh, Koronoko says, Tony, you don't have to do that. Mine are getting an iridescent makeover right now. Cool. I've seen some talking about, like, so I keep seeing coconut crab style Tyranids popping up on Facebook and what have you, Instagram. People are liking the coconut crab style at the moment. Looks a bit like a coconut shell, kind of mottled brown colour scheme. Looks really cool when executed well. I don't think I would be up to the challenge. What's going on here? So they're part 62. So I've got 4 of those for that bit. And then I should have another part number 62. But I haven't got another part number 62. What's going on? What's going on here? 64, 64, 64, 64, 64, 64. 64.
Welcome to the Saying 64 stream. You've joined us at the end point of continuing to say the number 64. Alright, darling.
No. Alright, I know what I've done. It's because I stuck one of those on both sides. Right, it's alright. Not reading the instructions. Not reading the instructions. Yeah, it's alright. Because they can only be the same, because although they've given them different part numbers. No, they are, because why would you have one on one side and one on the other side that are in identical positions but mirrored if they weren't the identical part? Yeah, so the coconut crab ones look awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's kind of like a mottled brown effect on the armour panels. And they look really cool. If you haven't seen any, I would encourage you to go and have a look around and check some of those out because they look fantabulous. Then, the other thing that I can suggest is that somebody has recently painted some in the style of the xenomorphs from Aliens in a really cool monochrome scheme. And they look absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there's loads of work gone into them as well. When you read about how the chap's done the colour scheme and what have you, they look absolutely fantastic. He's done some awesome conversions as well. Really, really cool. And he's written kind of a tutorial on how to replicate his effect. So that's really good. Wicked D is having trouble with Twitch. Won't let us set the stream category. Kuronoko says coconut crab ones are fab. And then Wicked D, aha! It's done it. I shouted at it. It must have felt bad. Technology is listening. Kuronoko, this is why I need at least 5 Nid swarms. Too many cool versions. Yeah, well, if you could just have it so that your hive fleet's got different iterations of stuff. So you paint your different units slightly different colour schemes or completely different colour schemes. It's entirely up to you. I mean, really, having an army that was entirely painted like glossy black or whatever would look really really funky and scary and be dead simple, but not too much of a painting challenge, I guess, is it? That's the thing.
Crafty says, no coconut crabs for me, can't stand bounties. Kuronoko says that the best ones are the Pepto-Bismol pink. Look up Nard's Nids.
Oh,
hey Pete, we were talking about you earlier.
I have seen some really brightly coloured ones, painted by someone called Yasmin, I think it is, who's in one of the Tyrannid Facebook groups. Oh no! It's happened to me! The brush bits dropped out of the middle of my thing. Do you remember when I... Do you remember when I said, like, oh, you can extend the brush on this thing, and someone said, oh, you want to be careful because it might fall off. It's fallen off.
Is that because you weren't looking?
Yeah, I wasn't paying 100% attention to what I was doing. So earlier on today, I told somebody about this, and it was like mind blowing and I explained that was how it was for me when I first discovered that it extended. Right, I had some paper towel there. So after joking about it happening, it's happened. Pete's here with a hydrate. Oh, all I'm going to be able to smell is poly cement now.
Honestly thought you were going to say all I'll be able to smell is Pete now.
No.
For a minute there. I was like, why? No one caught the Pokemon. Pete jinxed you all. So everybody, thank you very, very much for joining us. We do raid into Wicked D on a Wednesday, who plays Gartic Foam, which is a silly little game, lots and lots of fun of drawing and daftness.
Like cool animations and all sorts of stuff.
all sorts of cool stuff. So we will be raiding Wicked D. But I would like to say thank you for joining us and listening to our absolute waffle. I hope you've had a nice time. We will be back on Monday at 8 o'clock painting something. I don't know what it is. But in the meanwhile, I hope you will follow us over to Wicked D and just check it out and see what you think and join in the silly daftness over there. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you all soon, hopefully.
See you later.
Bye.